feel like they're not.
So wait, because I'm bringing this up because I'm going to say, do you tell? All right, so all right, we go. All right, there's a lot of people may get sensitive on this, and people that listen to this, because
I'm here to
respectfully, there's a lot of people who have overweight children, and do you on Thanksgiving? Do you tell your child, yo, watch yo, you can't have no more. Like, can you tell them yo, you had your plate already? Like that's it. Can you do that?
No. Go ahead, honey, kids.
Because you did Thanksgiving. That's the one day when I was coming up. My mom used to eat as much as you want. Man.
Correct.
And even though she knew maybe 2 plates was my max, but there's some kids who I watch my little cousin sometimes. I'm like, there's no way you're eating more. There's no way you're on plate 4. You are stuffing it.
He's like, yo, but Triff, can you just give me another plate? I have 4 already. My auntie's not letting me get a 5th. Can you please go get my plate?
No, my cousin asked me that before. My cousin asked me that. That's yo, you just go get another empanada, put it on my plate.
That's not. Is he fat?
No, he's not. But he had a habit. He wasn't fat. He was actually really skinny. But he had a habit of overeating. I could tell by how he was eating. I was like,
he was stuffed.
Yo, bro, there's no way. Bro, just stop. It's okay. Because I just knew for him, the way he grew up, everybody grows up differently. He didn't know when his next meal was coming. For him, it was yo, it's not yo, eating mediocrity and don't worry, I got you, son. In his household, it was, yo, if I don't eat it now, that shit gonna be gone later. So when you grow up in that environment, it's like, I'm gonna just eat. But if you have an overweight child, do you tell them? Do you on Thanksgiving? What's your rule for them?
I feel like Thanksgiving, Christmas, these family holidays where everybody's together, it's supposed to be that judgment-free zone. No judgment should be there. If you are that fat aunt, I mean, unless you came out and said you're diabetic, that's when I'm probably like, hey, yo, you said you gotta stay off the sugar and salt. But other than that, I think you shouldn't say anything. You should let them be. That's just me.
I agree. Definitely let them be. But because if your kid is overweight, you've been letting him eat all year long. What you gonna stop him on a holiday for? Respectfully. So what you gonna say something now when there's family around to embarrass him? Hey, your blood sugar. You better watch that. Nah, don't do that. Let him be. You let him be all year long. And the problem is, it's not because they're eating. It's because the kids are not getting no exercise. The kids are in the house on the tablet, on the PS4, playing Fortnite. They're not outside. They're not outside how we used to be outside.
That's a big thing. But I'm on things.
How many kids is nice in 2K, my player, but trash in real life? How many people? Because there be adults out here who cannot play a lick of hoop.
Most people in 2021 are nice in 2K and trash in real life. Yeah. And I hear that. But what I'm saying is,
that has to do with social skills. Look, let me tell you. All right, me as a mother, it's funny that you guys are bringing this up because my sister, she gets on me all the time. I'll take my son to a birthday party or something, and I'll be like, all right, that's enough soda. Oh. That's enough juice.
Okay, I respect it.
And she yells at me because she's like, it's a party. He's supposed to do this. Kids are supposed to. I'm like, but, okay, he's not supposed to eat all this candy. Then I got to pay the cavity bill, the dental bill and stuff like that. And I do worry about those things. I don't want my son to have to go through going to get dental work and stuff like that. Because I dealt with that when I was a child. I had to get major surgery. So, I'm very cautious about what my son does, and I look like I'm like.
But is that all year round?
Okay, you got 3 breads. You only need 1.
Is that all year round, or you just making them on holidays? Or you let him drink as much soda as you want on the weekdays?
I'm like that all the time, but okay. I think Thanksgiving is an exception.
Yeah, holidays where he's around family and friends. Yeah.
Splurge. I think Thanksgiving is an exception to a certain extent.
When I was a kid, I used to look forward to.
I'm not gonna lie, if I see him getting the whole, if he comes with a whole pie, and not a slice, I'm gonna stop him.
That's BC though.
Okay, but if he comes with 2-3 plates, all right, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. I agree with that. I think it should be an all year round thing. I think that sometimes, people tend to let their kids eat whatever, right? Because I know people have busy work weeks. I know it's so monitoring your kids eating is at the bottom of your list when it comes to like real life shit. But you're not embarrassing me in front of my family. Like, if I don't do this on a regular, I'm gonna make it seem like, hey,
Yeah.
I monitor his eating. Hey, stop eating. Stop. No, you can't have your 6 slices of sweet potato pie. It can't happen.
You
like,
wouldn't.
Nah. Like, cause for me personally, I'm with Honey, and I like that you do that. Cause I think kids got to be monitored. Because my niece, if I buy a pack of 60 fruit snacks, she'll sit here and eat a pack of 60 fruit snacks. And there's people who will let her do that. Like if my sister wasn't here, like if my youngest brother was watching her, he wouldn't care. He'd be like, oh, she's just eating fruit snacks. I don't care. But I'd be like, yo, dog, that's how many you had? That's 3? Nah, you don't need no more. You good. You don't want no more. That means you're hungry. Like you want to eat food. Like
let's get something. Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Cause and then there's some kids that just they feel like there's kids that just eat every time they see somebody eating. Like, oh, you're eating, I'm hungry. Like I think it's important for kids to know, like, dog, are you full?
It's okay to be full.
It's okay to be like, I'm not hungry. It's fine.
And it's okay to not get full. It's okay to just be content.
Yeah,
like,
you're not supposed
sometimes you gotta explain to kids, like, you don't have to be full to the point that your stomach is out here and it hurts. Because sometimes kids, they really think like, okay, once your stomach hurts, you're full, right? And sometimes you gotta explain to them like, all right, you had enough portions, I'll give you a little more, and then that's it, right? Because I think, and especially during this pandemic, a lot of kids became bored. They're not doing much. Like you said, the sports and the activities and the moving around, the exercising, they're not doing it as much, right? So my son gained 30 pounds during quarantine. And that's a lot of weight. You know, if you think about it, within a year, 30 pounds is a lot of weight. And he was going to school just on the computer, right? So there wasn't those gym times, the recess or whatever. But now that they're back in school, it's like, okay, you have to start getting more active, right? But yeah, it's definitely a monitoring thing. You know, as a parent, you should be monitoring what your kid do. Maybe I'm a little over the top.
No, I don't think you're over the top because nobody wants to be overweight. No one chooses to be overweight. I mean, in the sense of
I want to be overweight.
Yeah, in the sense of people just eat and they don't realize that's when you realize someone's sick and they just eating.
Yes and no. So,
people eat to feel better. The people when anytime this depression eating.
Yes, but all right. For example,
all mental.
For example, I told him I was like, yo, last night we went shopping for Thanksgiving, like for things we're gonna cook, right? So last night when we went shopping, in the midst of shopping for Thanksgiving, I when we got back in the car, I was like, dang, I'm hungry, and I realized, after shopping, you don't really feel like coming home and cooking. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yo, right next to the ShopRite was Wendy's. Went to Wendy's, right? I said to him, I was like, yo, and then I woke up this morning. I took it off my dresser. But in the middle of the night last night, I woke up and had tea. Because you feel that. Like, your body tells you when things aren't good.
Yeah.
Like, when you know when it's like, dang, I need to get in the gym. Damn, like, that meal last night, yeah, that was bad. Like, your body lets you know that shit's terrible. Like, hey, you got to get active. But, hey, so when you're just constantly ignoring your body, like, dog, after a while, like, we got to start faulting you. We can't say, like, I get it. I know there's some people who do have health conditions just like, yo, I know, like, it happened, all right? And we pray, like, now you got to work at getting your body back. But, dogs, some of these things, they are like, yo, it's a choice.
Yeah.
When if I said I ate McDonald's for the last 30 days, y'all, I don't know how I gained 40 pounds. That shit wasn't by accident. It's not like I didn't feel it. You feel that shit. Like, in the midst of COVID, when I was at my heaviest, when I went up steps, I was like, I felt my chest hurting. Like, I was like, no, this is crazy. Like, nah, dog, yeah. I gotta stop. I gotta put the alcohol down. I gotta put the PS5 controller down. PS4 at the time. I gotta stop. I need to go outside. I gotta start getting active.
But people don't realize that, and they just get stuck. Back to the last part, they get stuck in their routine, just doing the same things and not realizing that they're changing. So yes, I understand what you're saying, that, you know, it is a fault. It is their fault, but they're not realizing it. So that's when people around them got to step in.
That's why I say
Parents
it's
with
important
kids.
for parents to be like, hey, put that down. Like, there's no reason why there should be a third grader who weighs 200 pounds. No reason. And that exists in America, unfortunately. That exists. A 160-pound kid in the third grade. That should not happen. That's you letting your kid do whatever you want.
Correct.
Like, yo, he's coming in, he's eating Oreos, he's eating chocolate chip cookies. You ain't even worrying about what they eating. Yo, heat up 5 Hot Pockets. Like, dog, I see little kids OD. I watched my little cousin eat 40 Eggos in 2 days. That's crazy. That's crazy. What, like, how you eat 40 Eggos in 2 days? Like, I was like, yo, son, you can't do that.
That's syrup.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you can't do that. Like, dog, that should last you for like 2-3 weeks.
I mean, it has to do with the parent too, because
Yeah.
like I don't buy Hot Pockets. I don't buy certain stuff. I don't buy because it has a lot of sodium and it. Like I don't
years
buy
since I had a
cups
Hot
of noodle
Pocket.
soup. Like cups of noodle soup. I know it's so like everyone would be like, what? It's just a cup of soup. No, if you really look at the ingredients,
Sodium
like,
count is
the
high.
sodium is crazy, and this is what causes like you know different problems in the Black community. And I think that's what's important, right? Like, you know, people, even parents, or if you're not a parent, if you're just, you know, a person of color or whatever, you need to be knowledgeable about those things. You have to be cognitive of what you're putting in your body, right?
But it also goes back to, you know, a lot of parents, especially nowadays, they're just working so hard. Single parent homes. Both parents are working. Kids are, you know, when you working all day, they come home and now be like, all right, let me make sure my kid is eating. That's some, and it shouldn't be, but what your kids are digesting is one of the last things on the list for a lot of parents. You know, are they safe? Are they going to school? Those are top priorities, but people don't really look at eating. And, you know, so.
You know what you put in your fridge and your
yes,
freezer.
but
if
you're
you
also
don't have yogurt, but you have soda,
Okay,
what do you think the kid is gonna drink
Of course.
or eat?
Of course,
They're
but-
gonna choose the soda. I don't have soda.
But if you look
in
at
my
it too, to
fridge.
eat healthy is expensive. To eat healthy is expensive, which just sucks. For us to eat good, it's expensive. So a lot of people budgeting.
No excuses. What's
Yeah, 'cause
expensive is going to the dentist
Of
and getting a
course.
cavity filled.
But people don't look future wise. A lot of people don't look future wise. A lot of people looking in the moment.
She talking on her mom shit right now.
Yeah, as
I
she
love
should.
it. I love it.
As she should. You're absolutely right. But a lot of parents are not thinking like you. A lot of parents are not thinking
Probably.
like you.
But but that's why I say like, and I don't mean to sound insensitive. Like, yo, I want people to know who are bigger. Like, yo, you are beautiful, and if you're self-conscious in the way that you look, you can change that. That's something you can change, and I want that to just be known. Like, yo, and don't feel bad about the way you look. If like, yo, it's a process. Everything we do is a process, right?